everyone, Josie here. This episode was recorded during the summer of 2024, so some of the topics you'll hear may be outdated. If that's not a big deal for you, welcome to the group chat. Turn up the volume and enjoy eavesdropping as me and my friends gist about why Uganda is the place to be. Welcome back to the podcast, Why Uganda, where through discussing various themes, we explore why I, Josie, have kept coming back to Uganda and ultimately what it's like navigating Uganda from both a local perspective and a foreigner's perspective. This episode, we're diving into food, y'all, because one thing about me, I can eat. But when it comes to traveling, there's always a bit of apprehension for some people to try new foods. So let's get into food, Ugandan, Canadian, and otherwise. All right? Today, I'm joined with everyone's faves, Agatha and Karane.
What up?
So these are the voices we love to hear. And if you want to hear more of them, you know where to find them. But in case you forgot, let the people know where they can find you, y'all.
Akila's World on Instagram and Twitter. On X. Why do they call it X?
_Afande.
Period. And
It feels weird by sharing this.
Sharing your socials. You don't want the people to find you?
I feel like we have different personalities online.
That's okay. We love all of you.
He's
as
so
you
serious online, I'm telling you.
And I'm Hey It's Josie everywhere. That's Jozee for Hey It's Josie. All right, y'all, let's get into it because I'm getting hungry, but I want to hear your perspectives on,
Matooke and Poutine.
title of the episode. But before we get into it, what did this week look like for you? Or what's the most interesting thing you witnessed in Uganda this week? Share whichever.
I think for me the best today was like to woke up raining. I woke up to rain on a Saturday.
It's been so hot, yeah.
It has been so hot. I've been so fatigued. It was so wonderful to enjoy some extra sleep. Very unusual, but I loved it.
You sleep extra when it's raining in the morning?
On a
It's
weekend.
a Ugandan way.
On
Don't
the
even
weekend.
lie to the people.
No, if I think if it's a work day, you gotta move. But on a weekend, man, so sweet.
Take
very,
it a bit
very sweet.
slow.
Yeah.
It was
nice to rest after a very long time, man.
I love that for you. You look well rested. Came here with your yogurt and chips and everything. I love that for you. Agatha, what about you?
I actually worked out this morning in the rain.
Listen, everybody's
worked out?
rested. Outside.
Not outside.
Oh, okay.
But I
Are you a
opened my
rebel?
balcony,
Yeah.
opened my balcony and like have the view of the rain. And that's what I did this morning. This week on Monday, I quit my job. I just got up and left.
Yeah, very bold one.
I really am. And I'm going to figure it out.
Despite what the whole world was telling you.
Yeah, I said, fuck you. Because, excuse my language, but the world,
Excuse your French.
people really do not know for you. The
true.
people were squeezing the life out of me.
No one is really in your shoes.
No one is in my shoes, and I'm out of those shoes. And yet, he is to living by faith. Let's see what I do.
All right, we love to see it.
Yeah.
I honestly can't even think. Okay, so something cool that happened to me this week actually happened yesterday. I went to my first ever book launch. I think ever, honestly.
Oh, yeah, with the Jacqueline thing?
Yeah, Jacqueline. Jackie
How did that go?
Simwe.
Or you know her, first name basis?
I mean, you literally just said Jacqueline, so is that
No,
not her first
I don't
name?
know her first name basis, but she's pretty popular.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in the civic space and whatnot.
Yeah, I think it was just so dope. I honestly think people should celebrate more non-traditional, quote unquote, achievements.
Yeah.
Right? It's not always about, getting engaged, getting married, getting a house, having kids. We do so much in life and often we overlook it or downplay it. So I just loved how, it was amazing for me as like an outsider to witness her support team coming out and loving on her and celebrating her, but also for her herself to be like, I did this because she did. I can't wait to get into the book. And
you got a copy?
It's called Facing Mountains. Yeah, I bought a copy because
What is it about? What's the book about?
It's a memoir.
Mountains.
Oh, her memoir.
It's a memoir.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
I would like a copy. How much is it?
getting into it. I think it was $70,000.
Yeah, I think Jacqueline Asimwe. I know Jacqueline Asimwe. She said she's very popular in the civil society spaces, human rights and whatever. So I think there's a lot of history. If that book is actually about her memoir, I think there's a lot of history for the journey that civil society has been through in Uganda, which has been in the trenches. And I think it would be a very beautiful word if someone is wants to be in advocacy and whatever. So
Yeah. Well, listen, y'all have gotten me excited. I mean, the event excited me, but now y'all providing that kind of local context excites me even more. So I can't wait to get into it. But before I get into that, let's get into this. We talking about food, y'all. What was it like growing up and eating here in Uganda?
I hated beans.
You hated beans.
Bro, I feel like we share that.
Honestly,
The way that I love beans.
and that was one of our first differences to settle, because we're always just like, how come we hate beans so much? Like every time at the compound and they made beans, just would be so
excited. I could eat beans 7 days
my
on
God.
7.
I'm telling you, and I'd be there looking for my 8K to go to Serenity and eat there. Like,
Wait.
Yo,
I want to cut you short.
tell me.
But just a sneak peek into also my food culture is that my beans band expired.
your beans
About
bundle?
a decade
I don't
ago.
have tolerance for beans anymore.
Not anymore.
What do you mean
I
beans
consumed
bundle?
enough.
Where
It has expired.
not Juliet coming here with a whole plate overflowing.
And
Rice,
as per
beans,
your culture shock.
avocado.
Truly food.
Yes.
And that's how you're supposed to eat with rice beans. I don't think that's beans though. Is it beans?
We'll find out.
It is. But it's so rare to find like an adult Ugandan
Eating
just
beans?
freely on their own accord.
Yeah.
No.
But okay, so
If they went to the schools we went to,
We're also
no.
doing 3 year circles. That's
I'm
people
curious
eat
to
of
find out
beans.
more about why that is. But talk to me seriously about like childhood and growing up here and like what was the stuff that y'all would be eating and whatnot?
You've seen that TikTok of kids eating abroad and here. And one has just this baby, they have their babe, and they're eating fruits and so excited. But
Cut up
there's
fruits.
a kid, and there's a kid that they've squeezed his nose. And everybody's just trying to gag him.
Violence instantly.
I don't know what that is, but I think it's because you ate what was given to you.
Oh, yeah.
You had no choice. My mom would literally say, "Kape kwa rukomi." Like, if it doesn't give you hives, if you're not allergic, then I don't know what it is you're crying
Good
about.
enough for your body.
Thank you so much. And she loves like the local foods, Malakwang, Agira, and Northern.
Malakwang is so good though.
Girl, no.
Ba?
Have you ever tasted Malakwang?
Maybe I'm
I can't
confusing that
even
with
say
ba.
this in
Am I
English.
saying that correctly?
Yeah, it's correct. As
Yeah.
we say bojo, though we have a J in it. It's cross-cultural, but people call it differently.
Well, one of those is really good because it's greens.
It's good,
Pretty much the
yes.
same.
But what she would do is she would cook her malakwang and then have like pork on the side. So to get to the pork, you had to get through
Of course.
the
you
malakwang.
meat eaters. You go to the pot, you find the meat is gone.
And
Eat your
I'm saying,
greens.
it's so exhausting, and that's one of the reasons why I told myself I'm going to learn how to cook.
So you can make the food you want.
Exactly. So I'm those kinds of people. If I go to a restaurant and I really love, say, the pasta, I'll be on YouTube the next day just trying to learn the recipe.
Yeah.
So a lot of the times in my house, I'm eating what I like to eat.
Which we love to see.
Yeah.
Karane, what about you? What was it like in your home? As a man, as a boy at the time, I guess.
Of course, I kicked off from breast milk.
Okay.
I feel like that was
This guy is
the
ridiculous.
milk was going to go far
It's a
into my
thing.
life.
A Westerner. Of course, the milk is so significant to you as he drinks his yogurt.
From the tits. You're so fake.
And the way that Karane loves milk, to
Yeah,
this day.
it's always the
True,
thing.
true. So that speaks really to my far into my future. But then, one is that I grew up at home. We were very conservative. I think we ate a lot of boiled food,
Oh, okay.
and which I guess is a bit more healthier than. That's why I appreciate that my parents, even if the taste buds don't really appreciate it as much, but I think it's a healthy option. Then I also now school, because also school formed a very strong
It had an impression
culture
on you. Yes,
food-wise
yes.
for us.
Yeah.
And it was largely posho and beans.
What is
Or
posho?
If you're posho is like, what's that flour called?
It's like
Cassava? Rice?
Yeah, it's cassava. No. It's maize.
It's maize.
Maize.
Like
Maize
corn
flour.
flour, but made in a...
Yeah.
What would
So-
you... Fufu? No.
Yep. We call it couscous or fufu in West Africa.
Couscous.
I thought fufu was pounded yam.
That's a
Fufu, yes, but that's the name for it.
cute name for posho, you guys. I didn't look that.
Fufu? Mm-hmm. No, the thing is, y'all make y'all posho just, it literally just,
It's
you
bland.
just leave it. There's no care. You don't put it into like nice little
There's no love shown
balls
to
and
it.
ovals after.
They
You just
can't.
pick up I guess you can if you're trying to present it a certain type of way.
For the husband.
But for us,
and in banana leaves. You find that really common in like the Baganda culture.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but for us, and by us, I mean like in Cameroon. you cook your fufu or your couscous, and you wrap it up. You wrap it up. Well, back in the diaspora, you use just like plastic wrap or whatever. I'm not sure what they use in Cameroon. I would assume they're also using banana leaves or something similar, or aluminum foil, right? And it's always wrapped up real nicely in some sort of oval or circular shape. It's never really like left like that. The way that I saw posho. Pardon?
You actually wrap it to the saucepan it was made in. You mingle, you make the round thing, then you get a plate and you flip.
I've never seen it.
So to keep it warm, you just leave it there.
Oh, okay.
But the banana things is done as well.
So you were saying in school you have
Yeah,
posho
so
and
largely
beans.
Ugandan schools, they'll feed you on posho and beans, or sometimes some rice here, a sweet potato at best.
Or
And
rice.
so,
in cheap
yeah.
Ugandan schools, lol. When I actually went to St. Lawrence eventually, and they'd give us like potatoes. There was a change of diet, but the potatoes would be mashed.
Mashed potatoes?
It was Irish, but generally speaking, the food has not been the best. I hope it has changed. But if I was to
In
be
the
minister,
schools.
if I was to be minister for education, we would look into that. We would look
First
into
priority.
that.
True.
Honestly,
Forget the learnings.
how do you expect
How
it
can
to
you learn
learn?
if you can't eat?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're not enjoying
you get what I
yourself.
mean.
And for the food to be nice, you'd have to have like appetite.
Yeah, but I think it's also about the cost of the food.
It's not about that because people are greedy.
Yeah. Anyway, that's also true. So at some point in high school, I hated beans so much.
My.
So much. First of all, there's
It
this whole
hurts to
culture
hear
also.
that.
There's also this whole culture that you have to pimp them, so you get like appeta, what we call appeta.
It's like fried oil.
So pretty much appetizer for the food. So you put like avocado, or you cut some kachumbari if you can afford it, or ghee. So whatever comes your way. Some people used to put some crisps, by the way. They would do anything possible to improve that food. So yeah, that was how you improve that food. Or mayonnaise and whatever. So, but I hate it so. And actually, my hate for beans is the origin for my ulcers.
And a lot of us do have ulcers.
I actually barely ate because I couldn't stand those beans.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't eat, and thus the ulcers from.
And also
okay.
the acidity of the beans. Imagine
How are
eating beans
beans
every day.
acid?
They are. Have you ever got a heartburn from beans?
Okay,
You
I
can't even
guess.
hear yourself because your throat is on
I'm
fire, bro.
starting to feel as if this is like a bean hatred episode, and we
Let's
need to kind of
move- yeah, let's
stray
move
from
forward.
that
Yeah.
because
And now I do love-
now
You're
I'm
catching
feeling a type of.
feelings.
I'm sorry. Now I do love beans, and it's because I make them myself, and I get fresh beans, and I fry them nicely.
Beans are beans.
Listen,
guys.
And
one
Royco
thing
is
about
what
my
it is.
mama, she knows how to fry some beans.
Yeah.
and she taught me how to do the same, and I'm obsessed. I
Good
love
for you all,
beans.
man.
Genuinely.
But no, like growing up. So for me, because I grew up in abroad, right? And my mom was always cooking, so we ate good, right? I didn't really go to a boarding school to have a thing where it's like, oh, this is all you're gonna be eating.
That's
You're
why
eating
you
the
like
same thing every
beans.
day. That's maybe one of the reasons why I like beans.
That's why you have a good relationship with food.
So guys who was in boarding school that said, do they eat beans?
Of course not.
You eat whatever.
My understanding is that boarding school there is like it's some rich.
Or what's the
people shit,
equivalent
no?
of beans?
Okay, look, so I did go to a boarding school, but only for 1 year. But the thing is, I think this boarding school is a little bit different from other boarding schools because we were a self-sufficient boarding school.
Oh, okay.
Which basically means that we cooked for ourselves. What?
What does self-sufficient
They
mean
cook
in
for
this
themselves.
instance?
You go to school with your gas sitting in there.
No. So
No? Okay.
we farmed our own food.
Oh wow.
And then we would cook our own food. So whatever we could farm, that's what we would eat. And it was strictly vegan. So we
What kind
only
of school is this?
so we only ate like vegan food
Like what?
that we prepared.
Corn.
Yes, a lot of vegetables, whatever you could find. So even if you're eating like I literally can't think of anything right now. But there were a lot of
It was
beans.
such a brief stint in your life, clearly.
Yeah.
It was also it was high school. It was a long time ago. Okay, maybe not that long. Let's calm down. But I loved it. It was so healthy. And anytime I'd go back home and I'd be like, I'm not eating meat anymore. They just look at me like, who is this child? What did they do with my baby? Because like
Your dad was like, that's it.
no, it was more so my sister. I
That's
remember
how you left.
What a nice life.
I remember my sister always being like, I remember her saying, I give you 1 month, you'll be eating chicken again. And then she started cooking fried chicken as often as she could. And I'm just like, These are the enemies of progress right here.
Yeah.
Why did I never know about
chewing
this
on
trick?
it, you know,
What'd you say, Grady?
This trick wouldn't work in our homes, man. Even if we knew about it.
What tricks?
Like trick your parents into cooking chicken every day. Perhaps.
honestly, if you grow up in the village, though, that's a different ball game. Because when we moved to Lyra, we just started eating better because we were in the village, and we up until now, my parents they farm their own food. So
Yeah.
So now we definitely have a more balance. There's chickens, there's rabbits, there's goat.
Rabbits.
You know, yeah, we have rabbits.
That you eat?
Interesting. You can't.
What does
eat them.
rabbit taste like?
It tastes like chicken, but it has so many bones.
They have bones like
yeah,
that?
it has little bones in it.
So do you just swallow it?
Girl, no.
Is it kind of like fish with their...
No, it's like chicken actually.
It's like chicken. but
No,
it
in
has-
terms of the bones, like the multiple bones. And
you
stuff.
could say, but smaller. There's
Even
something-
smaller?
Yeah, there's something about it. It's like chicken, but bonier. The meat itself has bones that you have to get through.
Yo, Agatha just did a little jig of trying to get through rabbit bones. But no, so that was kind of my experience in terms of like growing up. Like I have always had great food. I'm honestly a bit sad. We're gonna get into it because I feel as if my mom's legacy, I find her ability to cook. She cooks so well. And not a lot of people can replicate it. And I know everybody's like, no, my mom's cooking is the best, yada, yada. Listen, if you tasted this lady's food, you would understand what I'm talking about. But I'm not, as I think about it and as I reflect, I'm not sure if it's been passed down in the best way, or if I'm like, I'm definitely not the most accurate representation of what she is capable of, right? Because I don't know how to cook a lot of the Cameroonian meals, let's say, right? Especially in the way that she cooks it. But anyways, we'll get into that. I'm glad that we've strayed from the bean hatred. But I'm curious to know, what are some differences that y'all have noticed here I guess I can talk about the differences that I've noticed in Uganda compared to, let's say, Canada, right? Because one of the things y'all have that every time I leave, I'm so upset we don't have is street food. And we don't have street food for a variety of reasons, right? Maybe corporations have just gotten, everything they need to make sure they're making money out of it, right? So they can't just have random people putting up stalls and starting to sell Rolexes or
That's
whatever.
advantageous, let me tell you.
Really?
I feel like food is such a public health issue. We don't take seriously
definitely
here.
going to that.
The standards are so low that so many diseases I suspect are from these things.
But you've been
our
eating this
bodies
your
are
whole
adapted.
life. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all look fine. Y'all look fine.
We are fine. No, we're not.
Is this like,
I think like I'm not a medical doctor or whatever.
But
I know for sure
the
the hygiene or the amount of chemicals that we consume.
chemicals?
Yeah.
Like what?
Let me tell you something. Some of these guys in town here in Kampala will use
the same oil.
transformer oil.
Karane.
I'm not kidding.
What is transformer
We
oil?
want to see the
Whatever it
evidence.
is, man. So you'll Google it.
Is that what you put in your car? No,
No,
seriously, what is it?
no, they use it for food, to my best of my knowledge. So there's a lot of things, but also like the spices they put in food and whatever. No one is, the body is not testing them for the standards and whatever. And we don't know the repercussions for that on our bodies. Talk about the hygiene of the places that we're talking about.
Or the lack thereof.
Like you say, some streets we've been to are quite dusty.
Yes.
All kinds of things are flying in the air.
Is that not what gives it its flavor?
That's a rumor going around.
That's
With
what
the
you
Rolex,
tell yourself?
The towel of the Rolex, eh?
Yeah, if that cattle is not done enough, it's not giving. That Rolex is not giving.
Yeah,
it sounds...
don't look down. You know how their stores have a glass thing? Don't look at the other side.
The glass is there for a reason.
Because if you do,
You might just walk away and you're like, keep the
So
money.
it's good to regulate this industry, actually.
to regulate it. But
Although
my
it
thing
comes
is-
it comes
at a
at the
price.
benefit of the elite who have the money to get licenses and whatever.
Right.
These poor guys cannot access those things, man.
But my thing is, sure, there is that concern, but in the meanwhile, y'all are still enjoying food at like in a second's notice if you want. You know what I mean? You're hungry, you want something quick, cheap, like affordable in a fast manner. You're like, I'll just go to my Rolex guy.
but
What?
I will say that that's an age group thing. After I left uni, I can't say I've had a street Rolex as regularly as I used to back at school. Maybe it's
Okay,
just
money
me.
bag.
Not even about the money bags. Because, girl, I don't have the time
To what?
to stop on the street. But also when you work, the office is probably giving you lunch or something. So you never think to.
Oh, that's so
So
interesting.
now I eat it as a craving, not a necessity.
Right.
But back then,
that was an everyday thing.
you plan your day knowing,
Your
I
Rolex
have
is
my
coming at this
Matooke,
time.
I will.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. So when you were like, let's say in uni or whatever, you knew that Rolex was that was a staple food
Yes.
in your rotation.
Yes.
But now as an adult
Very much
who
so.
works at an office, what does that look like?
Like I would just
These
crave
things
it.
are also to do with our
Social circles and who we become as we grow older.
also a change in like our social
The
or
perceptions.
financial.
Yeah.
You get money, you start eating bigger things.
Exactly. So if you're at campus, Rolex is a normal thing to do because it's one of the cheapest foods you can afford and it's tasty and whatever.
First of all, we keep talking about Rolex. Meanwhile, people may think we're talking about watches. What is a Rolex to the non-Ugandan?
they are not on ground.
Let me tell you something. If someone is out there and they don't know that what a Rolex is to a Ugandan, then they need to read more.
No, you can't say that because
Yeah, I can say that because it's quite known.
It is quite popular.
You
That's
Google
true.
Uganda,
Because
that's what
why
you're
should we
going to
be
see.
expected to know European stuff?
And we
a
do.
creme brulee
Exactly.
or
What's
whatever.
about bruschetta? What's that thing? Lord, why do I even know that? Oh,
You know what? Valid point. Honestly,
Let me tell
and
you
food
something.
that is acceptable and whatnot.
I'm so glad we're having this food and different cultures. There is an event. I don't know if I'm safe to mention this, yeah?
It's coming out later. Mention it.
Cool. So I graduated recently from the French embassy thingy.
woo,
And so we
Cheers,
had
cheers.
like a cocktail
Yes.
at the end of it. And so these ladies are passing by with like glasses and little snacks, tiny snacks.
Right.
Like
Finger food.
Yeah, finger food.
But less
One
than a
toothpick,
finger.
you're done. Guys, it's 8 p.m.
You haven't eaten all day because you knew you were going to the French embassy.
Thank you. So all of us, the Ugandans, we start looking around, talking about where is the buffet, Sha? You know, like, where is the buffet?
That's actually a very interesting point.
And girl, it wasn't there. And so we started to think back. The first time they hosted that was also an evening.
Yeah.
But the snacks were bigger. There was like chicken thingies, that bruschetta thing.
So
that
they
I
ran
can't
out of
pronounce.
money.
No, they didn't run out of money. That's just how they do cocktails. That's how they do events.
I think it's a culture also. It's a foreign culture
Very-
to Ghana.
Yeah,
Yes.
but as we don't do that, as if you're gathering people, there has to be a line of food and fruits after. Okay, thank
Right.
you.
And the fruits after, actually.
Fruits have to be there, like a banana, watermelons, and pineapple. They
yes.
have to be.
That's actually a very good point because I know back home, it's you can tell those who are kind of like, we're of the diaspora, and so we kind of hold on to a lot of our cultural ways where you can't go to somebody's place empty-handed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because where was your home training? My mom's even told me, she's like, look, you need, if you can't, like, if you don't want to think about it, have a staple thing that this is what Josie's known for. Whenever she comes, people even ask for it,
True.
right? They're like, don't come without this, or like either come with this or don't come at all, basically, right? She's like, you can't go somewhere empty-handed. And when someone invites you to something, if it's somebody of the diaspora, you know that there's going to be food there. And when we talk about food, we're talking about what
Real
you
rice
just
and
said.
stew,
There's
yeah.
gonna be some rice and stew. There's gonna be some jollof rice because apparently that's super popular now. Everybody thinks that's just an African thing instead of like
Yeah,
Nigerian,
West Africa,
Ghanaian, Senegalese. But if somebody else of a different culture, let's say, or let the Canadian culture, let's say, invites you and they say there's gonna be food, know that it's gonna be chips, maybe a dip.
Or like this. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. It's been great because the chips, yeah. Anyway, I'm glad you call them snacks and you're not here.
And then that's
luring
the
us,
thing.
yeah.
I have never said
'Cause
y'all
if you
come and
said
eat
for
food. I said there's gonna be
I would
snacks.
have mixed you after the
'Cause
first episode.
So Agatha, actually, y'all can't see because this is not a video; it's an audio recording. But when she said like this, she pointed to my platter
Of what?
of
Daddy's-
crackers and wafers and alcohol. So this is all coming out now, eh? So this is how you've been feeling this whole time. Meanwhile, Karane keeps eating. Y'all have been eating.
Karen is gonna eat like a yam.
But I've always said
Can't be
it's
talking
snacks.
about food when you're not doing that deed because why are you putting my feelings in this?
All I'm saying is y'all have showed up and y'all kept eating.
Period.
But yes, call a snack and call food food. Don't call chips and dips food.
Food. Thank you.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and if you add the Canadians doing this to my dear friend Josie, I will find you.
I think the thing is I'm used to it by now.
Are you serious?
So you eat a little bit
You're
before
part
going.
of the problem.
No. You have to be aware. So you eat before going, depending on where you're going.
Okay.
Or else you can't be mad at the host knowing what type of host it is or what type of event it is. You know what I mean? But if you're going to like an African function, a Cameroonian function, and you eat before, that's on you. Because now you don't have room for all the stuff that you've been waiting to eat for a minute.
People say they keep feeding you when you're there, and they really do.
The only thing that I don't like about our function sometimes is that the end of it, the way that people be taking aluminum foils worth of like the leftovers.
You're supposed to. Let me tell you, I modeled for a Cameroonian designer, and every time we'd go for rehearsals, there would be food. And when we did the final event, there was copious amounts of obscene
It was giving Hunger Games.
Yeah, and it was so few, but she kept feeding us. And I was just like, is this how these people live?
Yes.
It's so beautiful.
My critique is more so in the way that people do it as if it's like they're being sneaky about it. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you didn't bring anything, you didn't cook nothing, and you're the first one to start packing 3 full things of leftovers because now you need your month prepared. You know what I mean? So
really?
it's giving like, why did you really come? But we understand it, you know?
No, but also, I think you need to understand from a perspective that food is such a key aspect of any function.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sort of a foundation.
Yeah.
You get it?
People
And
remember
I'm sorry,
you by
but
the
people,
food.
yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
In most instances, or alcohol, something to just drink and eat.
Yeah.
Like you find that it is a very important aspect for white people. Honestly,
Go for things.
it always shocks me, but it's a fact that people actually go for the food.
They'll be
Yes.
like Karane's wedding. You guy, we ate. The tables were dirty. You know, it's
So
like
I feel like denying them this, and some people are not doing so well. I find like the only time they eat meat is like a burial
Yes.
or a wedding or whatever. And so they have this opportunity to actually eat this meat.
eat for
and
the-
you're telling
yeah.
them to have some
respect, restraint,
speed governors. What
and
do you mean?
social etiquette. Law. That's an interesting perspective. Though. And even the one time at this French thing that they gave us a buffet, the plates were so small. And you know, us with our portions, eh?
We'll get into that.
Yeah, I told
In
the
fact,
person
let's get into it.
right now. I told the person I'm coming right back because yeah, and I did because
In fact, you're asking for the tongs so you can feed yourself because what are you doing? Why are you being stingy? Where is this gonna go?
the plates were so small. The plates they were giving are the plates we have here for like, you know, those places at the end of the table where they give you to pick your different flavors of cake.
Yes.
If you go for events at like the Sheraton parties and stuff, no, there's an end of the table where there's cake, so you have different flavors, and the plate is large enough for you to take all flavors. That was those people's plate for food. So humbling. Anyway, now I know how to behave in those elite spaces. One, eat first before you go.
Yes. You have to so y'all know how usually you pre-drink.
Yeah.
Depending on the event, you gotta
You have to
pre-eat.
pre-game.
Because
The pre-game. If it's your Rolex, get it.
yes.
And literally after the event, yeah, all of us were texting ourselves saying, yeah, I've also gone for dinner after. Just so bad.
That is so shameful, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody comes to your event and then after they're trying to figure out how they can still take care of themselves. You're supposed to go to an event and you're so satisfied to the end, all you can think about is going to sleep. You know what I mean? But it's neither here nor there. Y'all know one of the things Montreal is known for is its culinary diversity.
Oh, yeah?
Like you can find, obviously there's French types food with a lot of the immigrants that like fill the city wonderfully. You can find food from the Caribbean. You can find Asian style food. How authentic it is, that's neither here nor there. Don't ask me. But what I've tried is delicious. You can find so many different types of food. And so that's one of the reasons I really, really enjoy
So you're
Montreal.
really adventurous with your food.
Yeah, I can be. I definitely can be. I feel like it depends on where I am. Sometimes people, when I've been here, like I haven't tried grasshoppers here, you know?
You come at the wrong season, honestly.
I was here earlier.
November is the time for grasshoppers.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
I mean, I don't think you've been here.
I feel like we can still get them.
Somebody said it's
the
not
ones you
good.
get off season?
Yes. People keep saying that. So you were talking about the stuff that they put in it, right?
Yeah.
You were talking about regulations and whatnot. Yeah, I heard literally just yesterday,
That what?
don't eat grasshoppers out of season.
Yeah.
If you want to know why, let's talk off the record. But I
I don't know. This is a shocking fact to me, man.
You
I didn't know.
know?
I had no idea.
So you've been eating for.
Another insect. we
No,
eat
no.
is-
I don't eat grasshoppers at all. So I don't even know.
Do you
I don't
guys do you
understand.
eat white ants?
No.
Nope.
My mom loves them.
No. Yeah.
You can salt them with like onions and stuff. They even make it a paste. We call it ngwen. It's really good.
Is it sweet?
I don't know how to describe the taste. All I know is that with the onions and the salt, it's really
How
nice.
do you feel about it?
I just found it in the system and didn't question things.
Okay,
That's
so
the
you-
one
yeah.
thing my mom taught me to do is not to question. I'm not allergic to any single thing. I was shocked
We
that
thank
you can
God.
get lactose intolerant with age. And it was actually on my birthday night. I had an obscene amount of like pasta with cheese, trying to be a big girl. The party ended at
Lobster and
9.
crab.
Sharp my stomach was like, listen, you're going to go home right now.
Oh no.
Damn.
So now I'm quite scared of that. I think I think cheese is not so good for me right now. Or it has to be good.
In moderation.
Yeah, moderation. Yeah. And I was also allergic to shea butter because we eat moyao.
Okay.
It's like a spice for things. You add it to agira. Agira is like crushed pigeon peas,
Okay.
which is a penna. So yeah, the local foods, my mom really just didn't teach the fear of eating things.
Yes.
But I think I'll probably struggle if I go abroad in terms of portions. And someone telling me just like a sandwich is lunch, bro.
It can be a very big sandwich.
Girl, no. I'll eat the sandwich and say, okay, where's the rice?
The way that I am looking forward to just having a sandwich. Let me tell you.
A good one?
Yes, because it goes back to just making your own food, right?
Yeah.
So you can fill it up with whatever you want. It can also, you never heard the Subway commercial? I shouldn't even be promoting them, but like the $5 foot, it's not $5 anymore. Now it's $15. We are in the trenches.
Imagine.
But $5 foot long, right? Imagine a sandwich that's a foot long.
$15 can sort me for an entire week here. I hate economic stratification.
It's rough out there. It is
really
rough out
is.
there. Yeah, honestly, and even like going out to eat and everything, you have to plan in advance all of that stuff because
Oh,
the
really?
prices, they put all the prices on the consumer now, and you're just like, and they reduce. So if we're talking about portion sizes, everything has reduced, and the only thing that has increased is the price. So you can't even enjoy yourself anymore.
I'm really judging. Do you remember Yuga rolls?
What
Their
about
quality has plummeted.
Oh, yeah,
And no one
yeah.
is talking about it, but I know what I felt. The last time we went together and I ordered for, a barbecue chicken, and it was just an obscene amount of tears. Not even ketchup. Not
Of what?
tomato sauce, TS. You know TS? It's the tomato sauce that's given in jerry cans.
They gave you a chapati as
Like
well.
ketchup.
Yes. There was no chicken in there. If I tasted the chicken, it was like one piece. Like the
Oh,
quality
no.
is just beans.
I haven't had a single Yuga roll this
I
entire
just
trip.
don't.
My God.
What are they
I
doing
need to
to
try it
children?
because Yuga
Maybe
rolls.
the Tinder one is okay.
So for those who don't know, Yuga rolls are like the
Upgraded
I don't know,
Rolex.
the big cousin, to the
Yeah,
Rolex.
yeah,
But real Ugandans will
Went to
say,
international school.
yeah.
yeah. No, it went abroad.
I'm literally.
Upload.
And it came back traumatized apparently because why are you saying that it diminished
I will
in
never
quality?
forget Karane's independence post where he said our Rolex is just good enough. He doesn't understand this Yuga roll business. Have your feelings changed since?
Really? No, I actually still love my roadside
Street
Rolex,
Rolex, yeah?
man.
So you're not a fan
But
of
it also
Yuga roll?
depends on who is doing it, honestly.
Those things can be
But
so good.
Still, I feel like if you over touch up something, it also there's a
Loses.
terrible thing to it also because the original one is the actual crowd puller for me.
I wonder how that started. What's the history of the roll? Anyways,
I don't think they're really good Rolexes outside of Kampala. They are. Like in Gulu, there was some when we lived there.
Yeah, like
Thanks to Sabrina.
I think like
like
any
so-
food, like it depends also on how you really do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's like cooking is an art.
it really is.
And people don't accept that. Just like not everyone can draw, not everyone can cook. And that's just that.
You really think so?
I really think so. I
Not
really know
everyone
so.
can cook
Not
well?
everyone can cook well.
Because I think it speaks to the point where we're going to kind of get into when it comes to how we feel as if cooking is a certain gender's role. And it's like, imagine if you're saying this, that's only going to affirm what a lot of men have been like, listen, not everyone can cook. That's
Karane
just
of
not my
this world.
ministry.
One of the best cooks in my family, if not the best actually, is a guy, John Paul. He's a chef. Really good at what he does. Can whip up anything
Is
and
that
make
one
it
I met?
amazing. Yeah, no, you didn't meet John Paul. That was my literal brother who I follow. And the only thing I know JJ can make up to this point, he can really fry lol, fry good black beans, which is not common here, by the way. Have you tasted black beans before?
No.
We call it chuchuch. He's really good at that.
I like all types of beans.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's really good. It tastes different. That and more. Those are the two beans I'm willing to sacrifice for. But this regular heartburn instigators, I don't want to hear it.
Maybe I haven't had the beans that have been a culprit in this story of
It's
y'all.
definitely an art. So tell Miss Agatha, my sweet namesake. That
So where have
maybe
you been
her
eating from?
Probably your niece has her
While in
arm.
Uganda?
Mm-hmm.
I know when I was in Gulu,
Yeah.
we would eat on the compound. And as a result, I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't say this.
You should say it and remind them of those weird vegetable pizzas and all the food they made
Josie, you'll pay for all
make
your
sure the
sins.
Canadians were comfortable.
No, I think my impression of, and well, I'll talk about this in another episode, honestly, because I think we need to get into it. But my impression of Ugandan food and as an extension, East African food is that it just has no flavor, which is ironic. I am sorry to say, yes, boo, tomato, you can throw it at me. But it's
Let's
because
pause this so I can throw these tomatoes. Like in East Africa, we are ranking highly. Have you had Kenyan food?
I'm about to. We'll find out. I'll get back to. Put a pin in it. I will let you know. But nothing compares to West African. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what we're talking about. So, and by West African, I'm including Cameroon. I'm not talking about these fake borders that the white men created. So when I first tried like the Ugandan food, like the posho, all that stuff, everything to me just seemed a bit bland. And I was like, is this what the food is like here? Interesting. That's not my experience with African food. The stereotype with African food, rightly so, is that it's so flavorful. For some, they even say it's too spicy. And that's, I know, especially you two, I know y'all don't like spice like that at all.
Me too.
It's so frustrating. You can't even taste the food because the chili has your nose.
But the thing is, it needs to be the right type of spice that adds to the flavor. You know what I mean? And that, if we're talking about food being an art, that as well is an art. You know what I mean? But yeah, my first experience, it wasn't giving. And I think, I mean, I kept coming back. So there must have been something. And it's maybe when I left
Came
the
back for me.
when I left the compound and I kind of came to Kampala and I tried different types of food, I was like, okay, it goes back to who is making it and how it was made.
Exactly.
Food has like certain types of dishes. It's clear that it was made with love or that the person just really enjoys cooking.
Yeah.
You know, others, we'll just leave
The
it at
ladies at the compound with their eyebrows. I don't know.
that. Can we leave our ladies alone?
I'm so sorry. Like the pencil. I love those chicks though. They were such good company.
Yeah, they were. They were working with what they had. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe if we went to their homes and tried things, it would have been a bit different.
How did you feel
you
about
have to
the
be
local
mindful of
food,
how
though?
you cook for other people as well, though. Actually,
True, yeah.
when we're talking about allergies and all that stuff.
Because what's this? Who was with us? The Asian girl. I keep forgetting her. Annie?
Yes.
Yeah. We had Bojo on a trip when we went to Kitgum.
You had what?
Bojo.
What's bonyo?
Bo.
Bo.
And so she asks, like, oh, is there milk in this? And I was too shocked to hide my shock. I was like, are you serious?
Speaking of culture shock.
And Gabby had to come into the side. She's like, you shouldn't be assuming that people know all the things that you know.
Why did she come to you?
Because I'm the one when Annie asked, I was like, what the hell?
Oh my goodness.
I was too shocked to hide it.
Yeah.
Because you can't be serious.
But after, I feel like also have like this inability to understand someone from their shoes. Like it's actually a very funny question. Like if you think about it critically,
It was.
like those two are worlds apart.
Yeah.
Ball and milk?
But
Honestly, how?
There's no milk
There
in
is
it?
no chance there would be milk in Boyo.
you see, if someone is new in Uganda
Yes.
and you're putting milk in all these things, it's understandable if she asks like, if this is also
Yeah, because she wanted to know if it
have
was
some
like
milk in
vegan
it.
Yes,
friendly.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's also back home. That's just, they're always asking you, do you have any restrictions? So it was a very,
Like I said, no one cares. You eat what is put in front of you.
And then you'll deal with the consequences.
Thank you. The only thing they'll mind is, this person is, they don't eat a specific type of food. Let's say like meat. Or I don't know if Bagana still do this, like Nedida. That's those who really just
Yeah,
eat
but
meat
for,
because
honestly,
of their,
to be a vegetarian in Uganda is like
so weird.
some weird.
I kind of push back on that a bit, at least for
There's some
Cameroonians.
love for the meat.
You can definitely be a vegetarian. In fact, I feel like a lot of people, if we're talking about economically, are, because you're not, meat is quite expensive, right? Or can be. So it's once you get to a certain level that you start putting or eating more of these foods that constantly have meat in it. But when I think about a lot of our dishes, they are actually vegetarian based. And they're delicious. So I push back a bit on that, but I get it. Listen, y'all are frying.
Only Indians can be vegetarian.
Say that again?
Indians.
What about them?
Their food, their cuisine is amazing. Maybe West Africans go toe to toe with Indians.
When it comes to the spice as well. In a lot
Honestly,
of
just
different
everything.
things.
It's always that well. Like there's no Indian place you go to and the food will suck. And
Really?
What about
You've never
this
had
food?
bad Indian food?
No, I have never. Because
What
I eat
about
only
this
one
Arab
thing, butter
thing?
chicken and naan.
What?
Butter chicken and naan. It's the only Indian food I'll eat. I'm not trying to rest the hair.
Oh my goodness. Never had bad Indian food, but also has never really eaten Indian food. What are you saying, Karane?
I was saying, what about this Swahili food culture? I feel like they're also really, really good cooks.
Their posho is weird.
Who? The Kenyans?
The Swahili,
That's like
something
Tanzania
about it,
mostly.
like Arabic or Swahili.
I haven't tasted their stuff.
So like something like pilau or
Yes, I
how the
agree.
Muslims prepare their pilau. I think it's very delicious.
Yes.
I in all this time, I have not had palau in this country.
Please,
Oh, you should now.
because it's Muslim.
Baker's our sound guy, y'all.
Seban chaye in one gear. If you want proper Muslim food, one gear will hook you up. For some reason, they're so concentrated in one gear. The rice is great.
It's a Muslim place. It's an
One
Islamic.
gear.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's a mosque around there as well.
Even the guys who owned the land and stayed there were all Muslims.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all know something that I find quite interesting in all of this? What I notice eventually is when we're talking about Rolex, when we're talking about a lot of the street food and the people who are cooking it tend to be men. I was actually kind of shocked because the stereotype here in Africa is that it's women who are in the kitchen. A man can't even look at a kitchen or else he'll just turn into a pillar of salt or something, right? Ironically, salt that you can't use to season the food.
That's so true, Karane. They can't even fry an egg.
Why you blasting Karane?
Because I've lived with him and we were at the compound and everybody was always catering to Karane.
You know what?
Come to the kitchen, I want an egg. And everybody would rush. I said, who is this man?
It's like,
I would
what?
also come through for them.
When?
Why are you imagining?
What did I see you cook?
No, it's
in
not
all
about
these
cooking.
years we've known each other.
I can show up in different forms.
I'm waiting for you.
You help with the prep? You cut the vegetables?
He will just have a stool in the corner just chatting shit.
You provide, I don't know, because sometimes cooking can be so arduous and it's just so tiring.
I'm going to kill a chicken for us. It's the guys at the compound who are to.
Have you ever killed a chicken or a goat?
No,
Karane, you
I've
don't know
never
how to
done
cook.
that.
Are you serious?
I've never done that.
Why are you judging him, Agatha?
So bad.
Is that
My
necessary?
husband is it going to be? Yes.
What have you killed before? What?
My self-esteem from time to time.
Please let us know.
You've never killed a chicken.
I've
I'm
never.
so
Yo,
sorry
I
for your
remember the
wife.
first time, one of the first times I went back to Cameroon and we were going to the
Why did you
village.
say for my wife?
Because they're going to bring fake chicken from the village and to just start laying eggs in the compound because you're fearing.
It's going to be the helpers.
What do you mean?
So we were going to the village and we had bought a goat on the way. And I think this is literally my first time when I went back. I was maybe in my early 20s, let's say. And I gave the goat a name. First mistake. I called him Billy.
You got attached.
I remember that story. It was so annoying. Oh my goodness.
I'm
You don't
listening.
remember
I
that?
have not had a
Oh
story
my
before.
god. So
What happened to
annoying.
Billy?
So I'm over here. We got Billy Goat in the back, right?
Oh my goodness. They brought the goat to be eaten at the end of the program. You get it?
Oh, I remember the judge that they took.
But somehow it stayed a lot, like for some few weeks. Wait,
The one we
after a
called
month
Judge
or
William.
so. That's a guy.
Oh, that was
That's
with
the
Seed.
compound,
That
yeah.
was with Seed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Did you ever eat that
So
goat?
this guy's got attached
Yeah,
to
the
animals.
lawyers and who, yeah.
Time for cutting it. Guys are like, no, we cannot kill George William. I'm like, what?
Did you ever eat that goat?
What do you mean?
I don't remember.
He died. George William definitely died.
He died.
Y'all didn't eat it?
I don't remember.
I feel like they brought another goat from outside.
I still think George was
Was it
cooked.
a Fort Particle goat?
No. He stayed with us for the month
Yeah.
or the summer.
About the
Honestly,
most shocking things, food culture wise, that was the most shocking.
actually, I think so. That's a similar story with me when I was in Cameroon.
So what happened to Billy?
Basically, Billy got killed, and I was like, I took a stand. I said, I can't eat Billy. I said, no, ma'am, no how, no way. But the thing that I did not realize is when you go to the village, those people can cook. They cook down.
They tough.
And so they were
We ate
making
Billy.
one of our one of our like classic dishes is called a contre. It's actually really similar to the katogo y'all have here, I'm realizing. But we make it with goat. Or I guess maybe beef. No, usually goat. Whereas y'all have beef and G-nut and whatnot. So the way that thing smells so good. But I said, no, I can't have Billy. and as I start looking at everybody enjoy, because they do not care. They will.
That's what I said. It was given to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but also it's so good. You know what I mean? Like they don't care that you're trying to take some stand. Like, girl, if you don't go somewhere with that mess. So I'm seeing everybody eating such great food. It smells so good. The flavors are going into my nostrils. And I'm just like, how strong do I feel with this stand? And so I was like, you know what? Let me just take a little nibble.
You ate
Let me
Billy.
just take a little bite. It was so good.
What's the guy in the Bible who denied Jesus 3 times?
Thomas. No, Simon Peter.
You're the friends in this one.
Oh, wow.
You're the friends.
A goat, please. Let's be serious. So yeah, no, I tasted Billy a little bit and I said, Billy, I'm sorry that you had to die, but you are delicious. and that's just how it has to be. Sometimes we're over here getting attached to these random animals. I was. And that's the duality of human nature, right? And we get over it.
But honestly, goat's meat is really good.
Goats, yeah, it's made well, but that thing smells terrible.
Yeah, but there's a process.
Yes.
There's a process.
Yes. But all this was because I was talking about it because my cousins were the one who went to kill the goat.
Oh, no.
So we were talking about...
how Karane can't kill
No, we
even
were
a
talking
chicken.
about men and the roles that they have to play when
And
it comes
that's one
to
of the rules. They have to kill the animals.
when it comes to the cooking. So that's their roles, and then the women cook everything, right?
Can you at least kill a cow? That I'm sure that should
What do
be
you mean
done.
at least? A goat is smaller.
Yeah, the chicken is smaller, but
I
like for his
cannot.
culture,
I've not
the
killed
cow
them.
thing
But
is like
I've
a rite
witnessed some of
passage.
the, what do you call that, crucifixions or whatever.
Of a cow? Cows are
But is it not
crucified?
a rite of passage in like Ankole culture?
Yeah, it is, honestly.
Yeah.
But,
So as we speak, you're not a man because you can't kill
no.
a
Are you a man? Have you had your coming of age?
like, I feel like
I
I,
don't
didn't have
think
that
so.
opportunity to grow up like in a village where like these animals were
It's
and
more
were
in
being
village.
slaughtered.
Okay.
Because in Kampala, I used to think cows in Kampala right now.
So when you go to pick a baby and you've not done
do you
that,
mean?
yes, what
But
will
am I
what
supposed
your
to-
father-in-law have to say?
He's also going to find a Kampala bebe.
Oh,
Are those the standards?
Black.
Are those the standards for marriage now?
yes, they are.
And so that's the thing, because the standard for women is will the husband's over here thinking, am I going to starve in this house? Can you cook for me? And
Honestly, that's actually, speaking of, there's recently been a discourse about like warming food, at 2 a.m.
yes. And getting,
I didn't get into that because like, honestly, I feel like some of these conversations are beneath my level of intellect.
right.
I'm not about to come online.
It makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not about to come online and argue about who should cook food at what time. What are you talking about?
But okay, fine. Forget the time. Who should cook? Period.
honestly, the better cook should cook. Because there is no way in hell I'm eating bad food because I'm trying
That
to
is such a
be
pragmatic
equal.
move.
I'm not doing that to
That's
myself.
a pragmatic move. I applaud you.
Please. If I give you a chance to cook 1, 2, 3 times and you just do nonsense for me, you know the soup is not thick enough, the flavors are not balanced, I can see the tomato is floating, just stop it. And I will not even be pressed. I may teach you, so in case I'm incapacitated in a type of
yes,
way, or I have no time,
Wow.
you have the skill set.
But how come it's only women who are taught to cook in most, let's say global South, but we'll focus on Uganda, in Ugandan culture or most African cultures?
I don't even know because we never question these things.
Yeah, no, I think it has been really at the core of our traditional culture and the gender roles.
That you can't fry an egg, Karane.
Leave the man alone.
I love
Dang.
his pig.
Do you want some eggs right now?
No friend of mine. You need to at least know how to make
But
three dishes.
the gender roles traditionally are that a woman is in the kitchen and like you were saying, some guy is busy chasing after animals and killing them. So for long, that was like up to now, I think.
Yeah,
up to now.
honestly.
But now there comes a time when, of course, women are now, they're also spending their day hunting. We are all hunters now.
Where the gatherers? Yo,
Such lame history teaching, honestly.
Yeah, but so our culture is really still dipped in that. Like we can come and argue online,
And pretend,
but this is just a few voices, a few elite voices. The larger understanding of the life and norms and the customs. You'll go to Christmas and you find all the women in the kitchen and whatever, and the men having a very bonding conversation.
Right?
bonding
on
conversation.
Maru and stuff.
Doing nothing, just there.
But for me, I think also why I say that.
But it's also,
should-
let me also add this, it's also because of those sort of gender roles, sometimes most of the women are not working. And so it's
Right, back in the day.
So it comes with power, it comes with money anywhere. So because someone who believes that they bring in money and somehow expects the rest from the other people as well. And this is why we also have a context of such conversations on Twitter now, because perhaps some people have not warmed up to it. They don't see that as, they didn't grow up like that. They've not seen that before in their lives.
Yeah. But even it's funny to have this conversation that like 8% of the elites have house helps. So
They have what?
house helps.
Oh, yes.
So there is even no one actually doing the cooking of the couple.
But the house helps also tend to be women. But that's neither here nor there. I feel as if once you get to that point, it's like,
we have to, because my dad does the shopping. He knows a lot more. And the funny thing is the market he goes to is called Balpay. It means there's no trouble here. But my mom is always just like, so ironic for what I know goes down in that marketplace.
Oh, wow.
Because those guys, every Saturday morning, they gather, him and his friends, they just get married and sit. So they keep sending kids. They tell you, okay, you start from the tomatoes and onions. You come back and put the cover ahead. They say, okay, go to...
Oh, they're drinking?
Yeah, well, they're drinking.
That's interesting.
So after you gather...
new way of market shopping. I kind of vibe
all
with
the
it.
things, then you can leave.
Oh my goodness.
And he will spend like an entire afternoon there, and they're always so excited to go. I'm telling you, by like 10 a.m. on
You
a Saturday,
see,
they're
when it
gone.
comes to, honestly, whenever men are doing the shopping, let's say, there's always an ulterior motive behind
Yeah,
it.
there's always something
Because
fishy.
you know what I've heard? A lot of times,
That's a
a lot
very
of men,
new concept to me, man.
prefer going shopping because they don't want to give their money to the women. They want to be a bit stingy with their money. They want to know exactly where it's going. Why is there always an ulterior motive? Why can't you just go buy the thing and then come back so we can cook it in the same
Oh,
day?
he does.
Honestly, I don't think that's a very common practice around
Oh, you
here.
guys
I
are
feel
doing-
Which
that's
one?
so
The
unique.
community one or the money stingy
What
one?
Something
Agatha
like
just
my
shared.
dad
Like, and that's so interesting. That's really interesting.
I'm telling you.
I love it.
And I think men would love shopping if that kind of thing was mixed up in it.
Him and his friend
There would
who
be so many
happens-
for shopping.
who happens to be his cousin. They're now neighbors. Like, it's a walking distance.
Yeah.
And my mom is always like, if you hear the stories from the past, it's like these two shouldn't be in the same space. But trust me, that brother of his, every 2 weeks or so, he's back to Lira, just so they can do the things they do together. And it's always so interesting. Like,
It's a community. It's a
it really
social
is.
gathering.
Like, one will pick his friend up, or the other will be calling us, hey, Xebo, it's time. Today we're not going. Let's use your truck or whatever. They really, really enjoy it. I love that for him, though. So
But look, at the end of the day, cooking is a life skill. And I think like if you are, I don't think it should be gendered, but that's a whole nother conversation. And it's not something that started today or is going to end today, right? So if you don't know how to cook and you're okay with that, I mean, that's your prerogative, but at least get the basics. What are some basics? In fact, I want to know, what are some basics y'all think everybody should know?
Boiled drinking water.
lol, no. I will tell you this. As an adult,
Why are you
That is safe
boiling
for
drinking
humanity.
water?
you know one thing
And
though,
water is life.
like when I was getting into cooking properly for myself as an adult, I realized that a lot of the content, especially Ugandan content, to be women talking about cooking for families. There is no one talking about cooking for a single person.
Right.
But here I am to tell you, first of all, you're grown now. You really don't have to eat beans every day.
You don't.
So
Unless you love it.
figure out the food. Yes, figure out the food you love. Figure out the food you actually genuinely love and can eat every day. So you don't have to force yourself to say there's rice at home.
1,000%.
And stock that.
Yeah.
Stock that. Always have your rice if it's what you love. If it's your beef that you love, freeze it. Your chicken, even your beans, have it ready. And maybe take use of like the YouTubes and whatnot. There's so
Honestly.
many amazing recipes out there.
Yeah.
And people don't know that, like I said, food is an art. You can enjoy it. You know, you don't have to draw your son like everybody else. So your food doesn't have to taste exactly like everybody else.
Yes,
But it
yes.
should be something that you genuinely enjoy eating.
Yeah.
And medium low heat for everything if you're ever in the wrong. Please, and be patient when you cook. This fast food and rushing, that's why you think that the beans are hard or what. No. You have to give it time.
Give it
Make
time.
sure
Prep for
the
it.
sauce boils to an extent where there's no bubbles on top. The bubbles should completely disappear. That's how you know the food is ready. And last but not least, Royco.
Karane is taking notes.
Royco is your best friend.
That depends on who you're talking to. Some people are not fans of
Please,
Royco.
East Africans, Muchuzi mix Royco, have it. Because it will turn your food around at
You
the
can
last
see that
minute.
Agatha is special love for food.
I love food. I really do. Everybody knows me for loving food, and I love that for me because I'll never starve. So, Karane, this is specifically for you.
I think you need to start giving lessons or something.
Yeah, I definitely should. That's actually a good idea. I should start, especially for this man. Can you imagine? He can't fry an
Leave.
egg.
I shouldn't have brought it back up.
Man, eh.
Karane, what about you? What's some things other than boiled water that doesn't stop it? What's something that you really think everybody should at least know, even if you don't know anything?
About eating and cooking.
What's something that you wish you knew actually?
About cooking.
Yes.
I wish I loved cooking. Honestly, it's not something I really fancy. I feel like it's such
Tedious.
a tedious thing. And also like from very many people who cook, like it's crazy the whole process you have to go through and then consume this thing like in 30 minutes. And you're like, is this what I was really fighting for? But also people really love their food. Some people like Agatha here is talking about
Yes.
how they actually can do
And
everything
yes, I have a
for
factory.
food. So I feel like it's also an art, like she was saying, like the love and preparation for it. But also like the people who don't look at it like me. I know some people who do it for therapy.
Yeah, it's therapeutic. Yeah.
Some people, very many people, including my sister, she tells me, when you're like having some tough times, you just cook, go through that whole process. There's a therapy that comes to it. I think it's something like creative.
Yes.
As
Cooking is
juices flow.
creative. Yeah.
So I don't know, like I feel like the basic snacks that you won't die, anyone should be able to do those. I can't put standards because exactly.
We laugh, but at least start from somewhere.
Like, ensure that you cannot starve. Like at least you'll eat. You get it. So if you can do your noodles, if you can do your cereal.
You don't cook cereal, Karane. You don't cook cereal.
No wonder you can't skin a chicken. If they came for us here, they'll just. Can you imagine?
If you can't die, I feel like it's a basic skill, honestly, that you must possess in some kind of way.
Listen,
I like
food,
that. Like, don't starve yourself. Yeah.
right? Food brings people together like few things can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's just it's a nice thing to know. Sometimes it can even set you apart. Y'all know, like, when you think of somebody that you know that can cook really well, you're just like, you love to hang out with them. You love to invite them to things. You love to be their guinea pig in terms of they're trying something new because you're like, why
Like
not?
fluid day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But
ultimately, what I would say to never forget, or to always keep in mind, is if you're going somewhere, never go with empty hands because you have better home training. And if your home training is like the Swedes or those, what are the people? Is it the Swedish people?
also, guys, like I feel like in some African cultures, actually, it wasn't as always uniform, by the way, to carry something. Because for most Africans, they had a lot of food. For guests. Like, you wouldn't lack. Even up to now, I feel like one of the things, Ugandans are quite laid back because they have food. Like, they can survive, We are always growing food in the backyards. For example, me, I eat Matooke from home. Like, it's brought here. Yeah.
Nice.
That's one of the things I really like and admire about here.
So
you're back
you
here,
wouldn't
you
have
got
to carry
fruits.
anything even because there's always that kind of food.
But carrying stuff is not always about food. You know what I mean? So
What can't I just bring good vibes?
no. Because now imagine 5 different people saying, I just brought my good vibes.
No, but also, you see her background is you're in a highly
Modernized?
commercialized world.
Oh, yeah, true.
Like people are trying to keep within their limits all the time.
It's always potlucks.
Yeah, it's about $1 how much is going and whatever. For us, we've grown this thing like in the backyard.
Yeah.
It's almost free.
In fact, you visit and take something.
Exactly. That's true.
So like for us, we have vast amounts of like fresh food, like traditionally.
Yeah.
So
not Karane saying, you see, that's her trauma coming out. Talking about
But
carrying.
honestly, I need a good recipe for binyewa. Now that I'm thinking of it, I've been craving katogo. Yeah.
That's so lovely. Honestly, you see how where you were raised and how you were raised affects your relationship with food and how you interact with other people as well when it comes to that. But anyways, y'all, I have enjoyed kind of getting to know a little bit more about Ugandan food culture from your perspective. I think at the end of the day, I'm sorry to say, I am still a West African food babe through and through. I need y'all to try our food, like authentically from there.
It was Nigerian Twitter and what? Kenyan what?
It's usually Nigerian and everybody else. I don't know.
Anyway.
Honestly, I would never enter those battles because I don't know. I don't know. And the one time I ate proper jollof,
you didn't
like
like
my
it?
Teeth. Do you know what it means?
That it wasn't proper
Actually,
jollof.
to burn your teeth. Those guys kept bringing me plates and plates of cabbage.
Where was this?
Girl, some place here in Kansai called Jim Soccer. But I was just No.
Anyways, y'all, let's wrap up. And it's perfect timing, actually. Let's go have some lunch. I believe there's rice and beans ready, courtesy of Juliet. In the meanwhile, y'all, you can find Agatha at
Akelo's World everywhere.
Karane.
_Afande.
And I'm Hayes Josie everywhere. Thank y'all for joining and chatting. Tune in next week to find out what we've been up to in this year Kampala. And as always, Uganda
remains our country.
Period.
Bye.
Bye.